Hello, welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in. Beautiful. We are ringing true, true north, strong and free. Wherever you are, your north is somewhere, right? Yes. Okay, let's see where we're at. Let's tap in and check in with the frequencies of today. See what kind of messages come up. For the greatest and highest good of all. We got 2! Yay! What do we got? What are we talking about here? Ooh, listening and interbeing. Beautiful. Being in a state of listening, which is receiving, right? Receiving the information, listening to the subtle sounds. There's also all this water element, so this flow state. Going with the flow, moving in a fluid manner, shifting and present. Shifting and present. All of those things help us to listen, right? And this interbeingness. This is listening to the collective, interbeing, how we are all connected, the illusion of separation. And that's gorgeous, okay? And that's gorgeous. Let's get a love affirmation. See where we're at. Freedom. Beautiful. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Beautiful. That was more for me because I had a moment with openness earlier. So it coming out is its own type of message and receiving. Listening, it's not just with the ears, right? This is that openness, sensory openness. Listening to receive. And the freedom, right? When you are trusting, when you are open to the receiving of the information, there is a freedom, there's a faith, right? You can move about trusting that all things are working in your favor, that even though you may be floating in an unknown, that all will be revealed and that you will be guided and protected and served all along the way. Okay. Yes. Yes, okay. Oh my. I don't have my fan right now and I'm feeling the heat. So there's a lot of purging, I want to say. A lot of Kundalini energy, fiery, meant to burn away all that no longer serves. This is also contributing to your freedom and the collective, right? The more we can hold steady resonance, the more it affects and helps to elevate everyone else. This is confirmation. Beautiful. 1 second. Dang it. Okay, well, interruptions. It was a wrong number that I chose to answer, and I thought that maybe it would just pause my video, but it stopped it, which means we're at the beginning again. Okay. I'll just have to edit the videos, which, takes a little bit longer. But I believe that is also part of the message, right? She was like, "Hi, Corrine," and I'm like, "No, I think you have the wrong number." And she's like, "Oh, maybe I'm saying your name wrong. How do you say your name?" And I'm like, "Amy." And she's just like, "Oh, is this?" And then she repeated a number and the last number was off. And I'm like, "Nope." And she was like, "Oh, okay, sorry, bye." And I'm like, "Okay." So all things happen for a reason, and maybe you can see it better on that side because it came up after confirmation. So I don't know. I'm getting like a sense of magnetism. You're pulling in things even when they're not necessarily for you. But all things are working in your favor. Okay. Okay. This message brought to you by interruptions. No. Okay, so we're confirming our freedom and ability to listen and receive, and how our awareness of how one affects the whole, one affects the many. Okay, we got Tiwa's coming out, the eagle with the sword of truth or destiny. Ooh, and it's got purple gems in the hilt and handle. Or is the hilt the handle? The anatomy of a sword. We'll have to look that up. But the purple is giving me crown chakra, higher knowing, right? The higher soul chakra, your higher connections, especially because the eagle eye view soaring from above and holding the sword of truth, which is also your protection, because by speaking your truth, you are strengthening your energetic resonant field, which is your protection. So that's nice. So that's nice. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see what else. Let's get some tarot cards here. So yeah, my cards are falling apart. Well, actually what it is there's like this plastic layer on both sides, and the edges are starting to curl. And I just want to pull it off. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we've got the 5 of Cups. Okay, this is about what you focus on. Focus on the loss or focus on the gains. Focus on what you have let go of or has slipped away or broken or spilt, right? Because we're speaking about the cups. Or you're focusing on what you currently possess, what you're still able to hold, what you can leave with, right? And something about the unconscious realms coming up and leaving things. Something about the going all in on the 2 of Cups. It's like this recognition of balance, right? This not trying to hold more than you are able to. Something about that, right? Because you got the two hands holding the two cups, masculine, feminine, light and shadow. And the other three, to try to carry all of them was maybe how we lost those three in the first place, or spilt them, right? So there's something about experience also leading towards wisdom, right? I'll just focus on, hold on, take these two that I can carry and leave the rest. This is another aspect of your freedom, is your ability to trust. When we try to hold on to more than we need, there is a lack mentality, not an undeserving, but like a lack of trust that all that you need will be provided for you as you need it, when you need it, right? This is part of the hoarding, the holding on. And this is a generational thing that we have to overcome, right? Like my Oma, she lived through the Depression. She was a child and she has memories of, being sent out with her siblings to dumpster dive behind restaurants and grocery stores to find rotted fruit or vegetables that can be the rot cut away, and then they could make food, right? And so my mom and her siblings were raised very frugally. There was 9 of them in the household, and my mom told me stories about like 1 chicken to feed 9, right? And so when I was raised, that, freeze everything, save everything, grab it up while you have chance, this fear of being left without. And our generation, this generation, the collective who is watching this video and resonating so far, have been rewriting the old conditions and releasing that need to grab more than you need for future, right? Because there is a development of faith and trust that all things are working in your favor. And so the freedom of that, you are weightless, you aren't held down. I'm picturing there's a scene in The Labyrinth where the main character is searching for her baby brother because the goblin took him and all this stuff. Anyways, and it's kind of like she was getting a little bit too close, and she stumbles upon this garbage pile, just a pile of stuff, really. And she opens up a door, and inside it's her bedroom and all her favorite things. But the creatures that live around this dump, they're like, have mounds, like a big, almost like a shell, like a snail shell of stuff. They just wander through this pile and they grab stuff and pile it onto their backs. And so they're all crouched over in, these giant mounds of stuff. And I feel like the difference is releasing the excess and the weightlessness that adds to the freedom, right? You're not bogged down. You can let go, trusting that all you require will be provided for you as you require it, okay? And then we've got ships coming in. So this kind of validates this sense of what is for you will find its way to you. And you don't need to effort. You don't need to hold on to the ships, right? Or I don't know, something like that. Okay. You don't need to hold on to the ships. They're coming. Yeah, look at this. We got the Knight of Cups coming in with a message. This is confirmation that things are coming to you. All things will be provided for as you need it. You can just focus your attention on your balance and the necessities. And the Pegasus standing on the amethyst crystal is standing out to me. So there's something about the Pegasus representing that balance between the eagle, the wings, right? And the action, the horsepower, the momentum of the on the ground horse running, right? And this amethyst serves as protection, but amethyst creates a bubble of light around us. Let's get, where is my bookie book? I don't know where my book is at, actually. Okay. Maybe we'll do a additional crystal reading. You know, because crystals have come up quite a bit for us, and I'm always being led to read more into it. But for those of you that maybe aren't interested, just want the reading and the messages, then maybe it's a call to do a separate crystal focus. Okay, because amethyst is really wanting to make itself present. Okay, so we've got the Fool and the Ten of Swords, which is beautiful as an confirmation of freedom. Okay, because I often when one or the other comes up, I always think of the other, because I feel like this is the representation of being held back, right? Look at all these dots, all these colors, all these potentials, and all these things that hold us back: expectations, pressures, projections, limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, right? Habits, conditions, patterns, all of the things. And the minute you free yourself from this weighted stuckness, then you're flying. Look at all the bubbles of light, color, and protection. See? Protection. There's something about protection. Light, color, and I don't even know what I was going to say. Flying off, right? This freedom to fly, to start fresh. Okay, the 0 point energy, and we've got the 10, the end of this stuckness and this release and freedom. Beautiful. Again, that weightlessness that comes when you are so weighed down for so long and you finally let the weights go. Suddenly, everything seems effortless, right? You're used to working 10 times harder than necessary. And when you let that go, it's like, but this is the balance. This is the balance between of the Pegasus, white butterfly. Because you can't just float off into the stratosphere, right? You need to find that beautiful sweet spot between the bird's eye and the on the ground running. Speaking of bird's eye, we've got the King of Wands coming out here, okay, taking action, passionate action, holding the vision, being balanced, and navigating, okay. And the Seven of Pentacles, this grounding, so there you go, beautiful. This looking within, grounding, centering, connecting to your intuition and the earth, right? Meditation, allowing the blooms to grow around you, and then this passionate action. So it's, again, the balance of seeing where it is you need to go, and then taking action towards it. Beautiful. Confirmations, okay, and what is this? It's your judgment, the rebirth. This is this, okay, because you overcame these things. Your freedom is your reward, right? When you learn to put down the bag of rocks that you've been carrying around, your reward is your weightlessness, is your enlightenment, right? And the energy that it frees up, that it inspires, allows, collects, accumulates, moving towards you, okay? And we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups coming out. This openness, communication, flow state, compassionate being. We were talking about the flow, right? With the listening. So that's beautiful. And you're listening for the divine inspiration, the messages, the communications, the affirmations, the confirmations, of where to take passionate action towards next. Beautiful. And you're moving straight towards the King of Pentacles. Wow. So by grounding in, by balancing, by listening, by creating moments of stillness and meditation to tap in and acting only upon your passion and your flow, right? This is going to result in a level of grounded sturdiness in your material world. You're being a master of earth, being a master of the earth. King of Pentacles, sturdy, focused, got so much focus here, grounded. We've also got the water buffaloes, the masculine and feminine, and true to form, they both look like the same. And that's the thing with the water buffalo, right? Is that they refuse to be domesticated, and you can't tell the males apart from the females until one gives birth, right? It's part of their beautifulness. Okay. And then last confirmation from the tarot deck, Ace of Wands, your passion stick, the spark of inspiration, the aha moment, the great idea, the little bit of fire that it ignites that you hear while you are in this state that you receive, right? And you act upon. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's get an oracle. Oh, let's get an astro oracle card here. That's too many. Oh, we're upside down here. Dang it. That's how it happens. I try to keep them all in the same direction. And then every once in a while, I'm like, how did this one flip? That's how. Here we go. Let's get an astro card. Or two. We've got progression and discomfort. Okay, journey and discomfort. And this is exactly what happens, right? To leave your comfort zone, to explore something new, you must step into the unknown. And that is outside of your comfort zone, right? So these periods of discomfort are important because it's an indication that you are evolving and expanding and potentially receiving new insights and all of that jazz. Okay. And that's part of the journey, right? This is how we get anywhere. You got to take the steps. And even if you go all the way down there and then find out that it is closed, the journey was the point, right? The destination is another aspect of the experience. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. Animal oracles. Let's get an animal oracle. I've been seeing a lot of lions, so I wore my lion shirt today. As we are tapping in to the Lionsgate portal energies. Okay, we've got the buffalo, which is beautiful. Okay. There's that groundedness, but there's also a lightning bolt. So I want to say when towers happen, when discomforts and disruptions, holding firm and grounded. This is part of your King of Pentacles self-mastery or masculine energy, this earth energy, right? Grounding in so that you don't float away as a way of balancing. It's all about the balance. Okay, buffalo. Where are you? Grounded yet heavenly. Perfect, right? Confirmation. The groundedness of the horse on the ground, right? With the Pegasus and the eagle eye view. Yes. Practical yet spiritual. There it is. Whoop. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. Beautiful. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment, right? Expansion happens outside of the comfort zone. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. Beautiful confirmation of this new type of freedom, right? You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting, pure presence, being in the now, right? When out of balance, restless and lacks gratitude, and to bring into balance prayer and bhakti. Bhakti. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I think it might be time for a crystal card. Oh yeah. Okay, 2 cards. We got a 36 and a 10. All these numbers, because it's like a 4 and a 15, a 56, a 14, 36, a 10. I don't know what that means. Okay. 36. Self-worth. Confidence, authenticity, appreciation. You are worthy of feeling inner peace and confidence throughout the depths of your being. By drawing this card, you are reminded of your true nature and the gentle power of your inner self. Avoid any self-judgments based on external influences such as status, approval, and financial success. Expressing the unique qualities of your authentic self enhances your self-worth. Be grateful for what you have and seek to contribute value to your life and those around you. There's that interbeingness, right? And the efficacy of your sphere of resonance and how it serves and protects both you and the whole. These actions will shift the manner with which you interact with the world and extinguish any shadows of doubt or uncertainty from old life patterns. Beautiful confirmation. Allow the beauty of your spirit to radiate throughout your being. You are deeply loved and admired for your courage. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, and number 10, which is grounding. Okay, gorgeous. Appreciation, connection, and stability. Okay, look at all the confirmations. Beautiful. The hectic pace of modern life can cause a tremendous amount of stress, often leaving you feeling scattered, rushed, and out of control. You are guided to strengthen your earth connection and be in the present moment, okay? That's where freedom lies. Take the time to observe and appreciate the beauty that surrounds, nurtures, and inspires you. Watch children at play, spend time in the garden, or dig your feet in the sand. Any of these activities invite a calming energy into your being. The crystals are always willing to help with grounding, and many of them energetically perform this exact function. You can carry them in a pocket or wear them as jewelry. Research information on good grounding crystals, or simply choose a crystal that feels right for you. Okay, confirmation of doing a crystal exploration video. Okay. And who else? Kitty card to close out. Okay. Okay, kitty card. Oh, two kitties. Okay. We've got imagination and catalyst. Interesting. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far-off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today is purple and green, but tomorrow he might be made of flowers. And the next day he might have stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z. Okay? Beautiful. And meet Luna. Okay, we got the balance between the masculine and feminine here. She may seem a little ominous at first, but do not worry. She truly is here to help us. She is the catalyst. She is the kitty form of the Philosopher's Stone, the magical alchemy that metaphorically turns lead into gold. She might shake things up like a crazy thunderstorm. This lightning bolt in behind, but the sky will be so much clearer afterward. She is the maven of breakthroughs and revelations. Beautiful. When Luna crosses your path, you might feel a shiver, but do not be afraid. That is only the first sign of a miraculous shift. Ooh, and I'm getting magician vibes, right? Alchemy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we'll get a couple of these guys. Just like that. And the magician fell out. Okay, confirmation of your gorgeous alchemy and your magical abilities. Beautiful. And some charms. Whoa. Okay, let's discover together. Okay. So, right over here. Oh, wait. There's the reading. And right over here. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Love, 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 love. Gorgeous. And something brewing. This is why you're flowing and you're open. Okay, wow. Yes, the sun. The sun is the brightest circle I know. Okay, your 0 point energy, your freedom is in your flow. Gorgeous. And this discomfort, right? The comfort outside of your comfort zone, which is interesting because it's got your transformation. You've transformed into one who can find comfort in the uncomfortable. But this is also my self-care butter knife, right? The take time to make yourself a gorgeous charcuterie board and then eat it, right? Gorgeous. So I don't know what that means. Okay. And then we've got Hecate, the liminal space guide, your balance within between your inner child, inner mentor, inner wise one, right? And your being gorgeous and holding the love frequency. I mean, this is what freedom looks like, okay? Beautiful. And there's your crown that you claim through your connection, through your stillness and practice to connect, practicing connection, practice of connection, something like that. Okay. And then look at this, beautiful. We've got the angels here, which, you know, they're here and they are part of your gorgeous rebirth. Something's gonna pick up momentum like a freight train. Okay, what else we got? Surrender. Surrender to what the universe has in store for you. Slow and steady. It may be taking its time getting to you, but this is time that you can restore, conserve, and regenerate your gorgeousness, right? We've got signs and synchronicities leading you towards things that are meant just for you. The Cinderella slipper, right? Only your foot can fit it. And the devils were upside down. This is your integration of your shadow versions, okay? Also, I want to say interference, right? Just like the beginning of the video, there was a wrong number that disrupted the reading and made me now have to edit the video instead of just directly uploading it, which is gonna take a long time, okay? So watch the distractions, watch the things that want to interrupt your flow and say no, right? We've got the mermaid here. There's your flow state as you are flowing this energy. I'm thinking the river, right? And you are just flowing right with it in your Queen of Cups, Empress, freedom vibe that you got going on over here, which is beautiful. Okay, we got special delivery coming in. We've got your angels overlooking and protecting and guiding and gorgeous. We got the dragons here helping you to burn away and transmute all that no longer serves, which is beautiful because we talked about them before. I mean, at the beginning. And then we've got the Fae, okay, so listening to the subtle realms. Beautiful. The dragons, the fairies. Amazing. And there's a hidden one over here by this dragon. And it's your anchoring, which is beautiful, in behind the King of Pentacles, okay? More grounding, confirmation, and balance. Okay, that is what I have for you And there's the Pegasus on the amethyst. Okay. And the King of Pentacles with this water buffalo. Beautiful. So I hope there was stuff in there that'll help you, guide you. Look at the freedom underlined and light, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Listening. Okay. Keep an eye out if you want to know more about the amethyst crystal. Okay. Love and appreciate you. Bye for now.